How's it going, everyone? We're off to a really late start of winter here in the White Mountains of New Hampshire, so we've gotten a lot of projects done outside here. We didn't think we were going to have this much time, so we've been working outside and we've gotten a lot done. So for those of you that are sticking around with us post-hike through our off-grid homestead style videos and sharing that stuff with you, yeah, I thought it'd be cool to show you what we've gotten done before winter here, all the changes, upgrades, stuff like that, as we head into winter, and we'll ultimately transition into indoor projects here at some point. So show you around. Right now I'm testing a new system here. Well, I guess this is new. This is Brody. Brody is a Basset Hound Lab mix, and he is a very nervous dog. He's so sweet and so cool. And this is Arlo. As everybody knows, Arlo is the best dog outside, never goes far away. Brody, however, seems to follow his Basset Hound nose and wander off. Slowly, but he'll disappear. Oh, now we're wrapped up. So this is, I tied them together. Our friend Cal from the PCT does this with their dogs, and because they also have a dog that will stay and one that will run away. So Cal ties them together. So we're working on it. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. One of the first big upgrades that, if you've been following along the last two videos, is this new solar panel array. To add on to these over here, these were our original panels. We added all of these. It's been working great. It's been pretty cloudy, but I'll share some of the numbers of what we've added to our energy intake. It's been great so far. Another new thing that we're really excited about is our rabbits that we have. We're gonna start raising rabbits here. They're adorable. This is the female, the doe. This is our male. I built their cages and this hutch. They're doing great in these cold temperatures. I was a little worried. I mean, rabbits are very, very good in extremely cold temperatures. They're actually the most comfortable below freezing. But since we're gonna try to be breeding them, the babies do need a slightly warmer space. So what I recently built here are these two runs that go down. They love these little ramps. So these ramps go down into these totes that I buried. I just threw a bunch of dirt around them so they're insulated, have some insulation on top. And it's just kind of a nice area for them. It stays pretty warm in there. They got straw and sawdust down there. Clean it out once in a while. They keep them really clean, actually, because they spend so much time down in there. So they seem to like it a lot. Back here behind the rabbit hutch, we have our composting operation. Pretty cool. So this is where our human waste compost is. Yes, we compost our poop. It lives in there. And this stuff takes longer to decompose because we kind of throw every scrap in here. So what I've started doing is I'm starting a cleaner compost. In this thing here, this is just veggie scrap, stuff like that. Really cool, actually. We are now taking vegetable food scraps from a local restaurant, help them be more green, and from that we'll create good soil that someday we'll be able to plant in. Obviously this is not nearly enough, so I'm actually going to put together another, I don't know, just slap some pallets together and make another compost bin over here, because this operation's probably going to grow. I mean, you can see I have tons of romaine right now that I don't really have space for, but the rabbits also love the veggie scraps, so they get those as treats. So we've chosen this zone down here to be our first gardening area. So we made the soil all nice, and you see we have one row down right here. This is garlic that we put down. We put down about 150 seedlings. You plant those before winter, and then you harvest them just before summer. So This is our first grow zone. Really exciting. We've been, for those of you that don't know, we've been here for only about a year now. So, you know, we're starting all these processes and all that stuff to make this a sustainable homestead. Over here, this is our shipping container. We just rent this. We had no space for tools and stuff while we were building. I wanted to buy one of these used, but COVID made that all tough. So unfortunately, I am renting this. This is a bill that we pay. Someday in this zone, we'll build a garage or a shop or something. I don't know. Yeah. So that's kind of this zone of the house. You'll see that our house is indeed purple right now. That's because we decided that we are going super efficient and we are going to insulate our house more. I did frame this house with 2x4 studs, so there's not a whole lot of room for insulation in there. R13 I think is the best. So we are adding 1.5 inches to the outside. We also have to run our plumbing through exterior walls, so our water line does go through this wall. Last year we got down to -30 and that did begin to freeze up at night. So an extra layer of insulation out here and we should probably never have to worry about that again. Still be cautious, you don't want a line bursting. This is a bear I attempted to carve. That's my first attempt. It'll get better. Kind of looks like Brody. Hi Brody. You guys want to go in? All right, you guys can go in. The siding on our house right now is just T111. It looks like board and batten almost, but it's actually just T111 paneling. So yes, we are covering it up with the insulation, which means we need to do siding again. But the cool thing is it's not like we sheathed the house in plywood, then put siding on, and now we're wasting that. This is the sheathing for the house. So these are right on the studs on the inside. So we're bringing it out 1.5 inches with insulation, and then I'm gonna do real board and batten siding with 1x10s or something like that. I was ambitious originally and thought that I was gonna mill my own siding. We'll see. Unfortunately, we're just gonna get the house all purple, and probably it's not really in our budget to do the siding this year, so we will be living with a fully purple house. That's okay. It looks like it's under construction, which is good for when the tax assessors come around, right? All right. Also wanted to show what's another next year project at this point. We have this sliding glass door here with a big drop. We built it this way because we knew that we were gonna have a deck someday. Still haven't gotten to it. Didn't want to do it just before winter because it'd just be another thing to shovel off. What I'm also really happy about with redoing it is, see the stain on this side? It's got that weird line. I don't know what happened. I don't know if that stain was mixed weird or what, but we thought it'd cure up, but it just looks kind of ugly. So the new siding on top of this will look great. We are gonna have a covered porch on this side of the house, and it's gonna wrap around to the back and be out back here. So we'll have a nice deck area out here looking out down towards the river. We also got some firewood stacked, cut up, split, and stacked here. This is extra. This will probably be used for next year. It's not nearly enough for next year, but we're gonna keep splitting so we have our wood ready for next year, this year. We have a lot of hardwoods down. Our stash of firewood for this winter lives over here. Another temporary building probably. It's just this Shelter Logic tent thing. Someday I will build a proper woodshed, but we were in a rush and this is what we ended up with. We got about we started with 4 or 5 cords in here. We haven't burnt a ton just because winter's off to a slow start here. It goes back, there's a whole nother row back there. This, based on last winter, this should be enough. We don't burn a ton of wood. We have a huge wood stove, small house. And with this extra insulation, everything's just going to be more efficient. So hopefully the idea is that this is the exact amount for this winter, because we want to, without having to move the wood out, we want to move this tent and have this area opened up. So we have firewood all taken care of, which is really great feeling. Yeah, so that's a lot of what we got going on. So we'll go out back now. Really excited about this. This is brand new, so you'll see Our neighbor right up the road actually came down with his excavator and helped us with clearing a lot more land. You can see we put this little road in here that comes up, and all of this clearing is brand new. These two stumps were massive hemlocks that were too close to the house for comfort. Luckily we got rid of them because that one over there was more than 50% rotten in the middle, and we just needed more sunlight and everything. We knew we were going to do this, but we didn't know we were going to get to it this year. So this is all newly cleared land. We got a lot of space back here. This is a pile of all hardwoods ready to be split. It's one of the reasons that we put this little road up, so we'll rent a splitter, chop it up here, be able to move it around. This is all waste. It is a huge pile. I don't know what we're gonna do with it. It's gonna live there for now. It's out of our way of anything we're gonna do. It's actually pretty close to the neighbor's land, so it's kind of a wall to the other piece of land there, I guess. Maybe someday we'll have a massive brush pile. But yeah, we are so excited about all of this space we have. Someday we'll have maybe some animals, more gardening. Yeah, it's great. You can see that this was all forest here, so in the morning it was blocking our solar panels big time, and now we just got all this light. So we are super excited about this. What I'm actually going to work on today, because having the excavator here, we wanted to be careful as to not disrupt the land close to the river too much. It's just kind of sensitive area. We didn't want to disturb the big trees along the riverside down here. So it is kind of scraggly and gross in here. So we're gonna keep all the big trees, but I'm gonna come through with my chainsaw and take everything that's small, bending over, and just whack it all out of here, drag it out here. We'll have a brush fire, and we'll have a nicer view down to the river, and it'll look nice and clean in here. So we're gonna work on that today. But first I'll take you inside the house. We haven't done a whole lot in there, but I might as well show you in there. One last thing before we head in, which I don't think I've talked about, is this upgrade. We got a Starlink. So if anybody's watched our videos before, we've talked about how we have no cell phone service, no internet, nothing here. So we did it. We got this thing. Kind of expensive. Originally we thought living without internet would be really cool and off-griddy and awesome, until you have a simple question you need to Google the answer to, and you can't do anything. You have to drive to town, steal some Wi-Fi from McDonald's or something. So we took a gamble, we did it, and it has been working amazingly. We have internet in the house. So yeah, Starlink is great. It's great. Fast internet here in the middle of nowhere. It's a win. All right, we'll head into the house. Oh, Brody's waiting for us. Hi, buddy. You're just out. All right, so I guess I'll show you this room. This is embarrassing to show, honestly. It is a disaster in here. I don't even like looking at it. I'm embarrassed. This is where all of our solar stuff is. It's our catch-all for tools and gear and just stuff. This is on the project list. We thought we were going to be doing it earlier, but like I said, we've been working outside so much. So we were saving this till we were forced inside by the cold temperatures and snow. Don't look at it. Ugh. Bathroom's looking good. This is kind of cool. Mariah's mom was nice enough to give us this dividing wall here. It's kind of ugly back here just because we have our water tank, pump, pressure tank, breakers, everything. It's just kind of a utility area. We thought we were going to build a closet, but this kind of is easier. Makes it easy to get back there, and it just looks a lot nicer in here with that. So that's great. Composting toilet's working well. Shower's good. Everything's great. This is kind of there's another new thing. We got this air purifier here. We were reading articles about how air quality in your house, especially when you use a wood stove for your primary heat, isn't necessarily good, and you add having pets with the dander and hair, and your air quality might not be great. So it kind of freaked us out, and we saw that these things are actually relatively inexpensive and draw almost no power. It's great. There's 3 filters down in here for all sorts of contaminants. This number here is a parts per million measurement of the air quality. We are at 0, so we are perfect right now. Sometimes we'll open the wood stove door and you'll see this thing, it'll go red and flare up, but within a couple seconds it knocks it out of the air. So this thing is great. I mean, there's a noticeable difference in the air in here. It feels fresh, crisp, and just really nice. So we love having that. It runs 100% of the time. This is what it's looking like in here. The dogs love laying next to the wood stove. Everything's working good there. Kitchen's good. I put a new shelf over the stove just to keep some more stuff. Storage is key here. And then this back wall has seen some upgrades, just some homey looking upgrades. I put shelves in over the windows so Mariah could put her plants up there. Got our cool PCT map with our hiker tags that we carried the whole way. I think people have seen this in pictures and asked what it is. This is, Arlo just had breakfast, so I gotta put this away, but this is what Arlo eats off of. We hide his food in it, and it takes him a while to eat out of it because he eats so fast. It's kind of ridiculous looking, but it slows him down. We got our first Christmas tree, which is awesome. It's looking nice. We have it on a timer so it wakes up at 5 o'clock and shuts off at 10. Yeah, it's looking pretty good in here. That's the Starlink modem up there. Another thing, that's our bedroom up there in the loft. We do need to finish those knee walls that you see that are storage, get those closed in to make it look nicer. But all in all, it's looking pretty good in here. We got trim projects all around, but yeah, we'll have all winter to do all that. It looks so nice with the new light. I mean, it's gorgeous. So yeah, that's about all I got for the inside of the house. That's about all I got for you today. I'm gonna head outside and do some work out there, clearing some trees up, maybe make a little compost bin. I just wanted to show you around, show you what we've been working on for those of you that are interested, I guess. If anybody has questions about our systems here, anything that they want to see more in depth, just let me know. I like making videos about this stuff and inspiring others to do the same thing and just show that anybody really can do this stuff. I mean, we came into this with very limited knowledge and we've made it work. So, yeah, until next time, we'll see you later, and make sure to leave some comments. Let me know what you want to see here. See ya.